Hello, it's a 10-minute episode entitled Multilayered Thinking, part of a series named Idea Sharing, meant to give you an idea of our street smart way of approaching business matters. So multilayered thinking is a very good tool to help you excel in your work. It will tighten your control on pitches when selling or negotiating with a client, in shop or online, hence a street smart tool to abuse of its usage. Because of the challenging market that we worked in for the past 25 years, we proved that we could expand international brands, thus working it well. Our exposure to extreme situations and distorted stability in a way positively impacted us and broadened our horizons, hence making us find the correct answers to complicated problems meant to block the flow of dialogue. For that purpose, and as a comparative example, we thought of listing some debatable questions and finding out if we could reach an expected outcome. Here you go. 1. Are we part of real or fictive life? Meaning, is life an illusion? 2. Money can buy happiness? Is it true? 3. Being a good example teaches others to be good? 4. God has a plan. Trust it, live it, enjoy it. Do you agree? 5. If you can dream it, you can do it. True? 6. As per Mark Twain, the lack of money is the root of all evil. Is it? Incredibly, to answer any of these questions, the same applies to challenges that we face in business life. We confront the obligation of using an analog model, 1 or 0. That is a yes or a no system in our case. Despite what you think, even if you feel an urge to escape the conventional model, the attitude of your interlocutor will be expecting with impatience your one, true, unique, final, good answer. Facing this aggressive establishment, aggressive because it consists of throwing in a funnel all possible answers or action plans that you may think of, believe in, or be convinced of, relevant to any question or situation that you may get. Question or situation types stretching from the simplest, which are the majority, that makes you with time loosen your interest in resisting it, up to the most complex, that no matter how old you get, you'll still feel the urge to propose openly. Still, most of the time, you let it go, hence compromise, aiming to save your integration in communities or spare your dependence from any unlikely aftermath. So after being thrown in the establishment's funnel, the system offers you in return one sole and unique operative model that consists of eliminating all possibilities except for one. The one we call truth, right, best practice, courageous, or the community's way of thinking, imposed by local habits, even worse labeled ethical. It's precisely where the bottleneck lies in many of our societies and corporate environments, which we habitually solve by fights, aggression, driven by blind passion, and imposing things on weak parties, marginalizing people, sexism, and discrimination. The reaction of our human groups towards those who do not respect the system by trying to offer innovation is too harsh, and it's applied to individuals or groups. By extrapolating the usage of this established system's mechanism, stop here, take a deep breath, and imagine the suffering and pain that was historically endured and still to date, as much as picture the amount of energy needed to invest just to let humanity evolve. What a burden. Many individuals or groups attempt to defeat this system, still in vain. They are the victims of the established reality. Like Galileo, who they considered the martyr of objectivity, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, the LGBT community, or every one of us in his own life story. Why go through all this pain? To reach well-determined results, considered obvious and revolutionary after a specific time, proved to be the seed of communal uprising. Moreover, it shouldn't be that costly to implement innovation, nor inflict that agony on innovators. It will cost humanity precious time to get fresh doses of evolvement, Not to mention the lost opportunities, those many ideas that did not succeed and went forgotten. But we all agree, it is how it is. That's the system, a perfect comfort zone for the mass public. Let's take a sneak peek at the deadlock. Well, what established and kept the system of the need to get one unique, sole, true, best answer is the education mechanism. A pattern that slipped through a long line of human generations, applied by a system of copy and paste that works like this. I copy what I learned, which I consider as original, even worth the right one, and paste it on whom I'm teaching. I then follow it up, time after time, using all kinds of means like tests, punishments, rewards, authority, etc., making sure that the pasted copy is as close to the original one. The proof of this approach resides in its opposite form, presenting itself loud and clear in front of us. Whereas, in mental or physical skill demanding tasks, the individual's input is predominant. He'll get the pasted original copy and reproduce it with a version of his. If it's a good performance, we call him a gifted person. If not, a blocked-minded individual. In sales and negotiation, we only encounter opinions, tastes, ideas, emotions, meaning nothing to do with skills. So it deems necessary for us to find a mechanism that cancels the established analog system and substitute it with a different approach. What if generalized? It will serve a noble cause. We found multi-layered thinking based on acquired street smart techniques. As mentioned earlier, we learned the ability to adapt ourselves to considerable changes imposed on us called force majeure. Moreover, we mastered the art of embracing challenges. We came up most of the time with witty turnarounds to execute our tasks, which led us to essential findings, the object of, on the one hand, many courses tackling different topics that you'll find on our website, myforcecourse.com. On the other, many footages like this present idea sharing. So we found that in response to any given question, every answer has all the chances to be considered rightful, because each one has particular potential. Thus, better not to be neglected, nor blocked, since resistance only generates frustration on both sides. Moreover, by letting answered responses go through, without confrontation, their values will fuel their lifespan. Some will get diluted due to general negligence. Others will show public interest, hence presenting the alleged innovation. For instance, are we part of real or fictive life? Meaning, is life an illusion? Well, the answer will be 1. Yes. 2. No. 3. Paradox prove that life is real. 4. Extraterrestrial manage us. 5. We are driven, not given a choice by God Almighty. In multi-layered thinking, the answer to this debatable question, same as any situation one can face, is that every single option is right in a simultaneous way. All is to go through without resistance nor funnel-type system application. Moreover, each of them has a specific value that will determine its lifespan. So multi-layered thinking relies on the receiver's shoulders, where he should be able to accept all possible answers and refrain from looking for the best, true, unique one. When receiving those many options, he'll skip a bottleneck and will eventually look ahead where there will be new challenges, obviously, but will give way for advancement. Here we propose its execution to the seller or the negotiator for a business reason. Eventually, if the one answering, meaning the client, starts applying multi-layered thinking, this can revolutionize the world, which now is not the case. Our advice to you, which I have already started executing, is to use multi-layered thinking, especially in business, and teach it to future generations, hence mostly avoiding the one authentic answer establishment. Indeed, truth isn't the same between countries, nor between groups of people, and surely not in a household compared to the adjacent one in the same street. Finally, I wonder if sometimes we deliberately enforce bottlenecks to achieve hidden agendas because it serves the purpose well. You'll find in myforcecourse.com in-depth approaches to some business-related tools coming from tough experience in a rough market that will increase your conversion rate in sales and negotiation, such as how to mine your interlocutor's personality and make him say, "He understood me, so I trust him." Thank you.